So, dear students, today we are just continuing with the revision. So here we are just going to deal with after the storm. So after the storm is the part we are just going to deal with. So here you see there was a rising, or sorry, there was a roaring in the wind all night. The rain came heavily and fell in floods. So that was the starting point. Okay, after the storm, it is written by William Wordsworth. So dear students, when you are writing the answers, especially the central idea of the poem and so on, please see that you are writing it the name of the poet. Okay, about a little bit about the poet I have given to you. So please just go through those uh, answers. After the storm, it is written by William Wordsworth. So okay, so what is the speciality of the poem? Okay, so you can see there was a roaring of wind in the all night. There was and suddenly what happens? Everything stops. There comes a kind of calmness. Okay, the rain, till that time there was a wind all the night, and there was a rain. The rain came heavily, and there was a big flood, fell in floods. It is written, but now the sun is rising calm and bright. Sun, what happens now? What happens to the sun? uh, we can see through this poem after the storm that what happens after the great rain. So there was a big rain. After that, everything changes. Everything changes after the storm. Okay, so there was a very roaring wind all the night, and after that what happens? There was a big flood, a rain, and after that, when sun comes, everything disappears. Everything becomes normal. Everything is normal there. See, it is just okay. The poem is just telling about our own life, we can say, because in our life also sometime difficulty, tribulations, problems, like that. We may face lot of problems in our life too, but it is not for the all the time. There will be a time where we will be very happy. Okay, so we will be enjoying. There will be a time there will be making the merry, will be happy. So through this poem, the poet is just telling that it is not always, it is not always there will be, it is not true that there will be always difficulties and tribulations. Okay, and that's why we say that life is a mixture of both happiness and sorrows. There will be, no, sometime there will be happiness, sometime there will be sorrow. So that is these things are part and parcel of our life. So that we need to understand from this poem. So that's why. But now the sun is, when there comes the sun, everything moves. Everything move. Everything move away from the earth, and we feel a kind of happiness, a calmness. Okay, so there will be sometime big rain, big floods. So after all, there will be a sun. After all, there comes the sun. It is giving a kind of no soothing effect. You can see that. Now the sun is rising calm and bright. The birds are singing in the distant woods. So there's everything became active. No, the, what we can say, the sun came, and afterwards we can see animals are happy. They are moving here and there, and they are expressing their interest, they're very happy. So they are just moving here and there, and just conveying their happiness. No, that is happy. Okay. The birds are singing in the distant woods over his own sweet voice. The stocked owl broods. The jay makes answer as the magpie chatters, and all the air is filled with the pleasant noise of waters. See, you can see when the sun came, that time always there the animals are feeling a kind of happiness. They became very happy because everything has the flood, it was affecting them. They were not happy. When there was flood, people were not happy. But when everything got over, people became very happy, and see, they are just making merry. And you see the animals like stock dove, that broods, and the jay makes answer as the magpie chatters, and all the air is filled with the pleasant noise of waters. The air, all the air is filled with the pleasant noise of water. So all the air is also happy. That means the nature also is happy. Yeah? Okay, with the pleasant noise of waters. With the pleasant noise of waters. See, the air also, yes, the pleasant noise of waters. All the air also is filled with the pleasant noise of waters, and they are also happy. All things that love the sun are out of doors. All things that love the sun are out of doors. The sky rejoices in the morning's birth. See, everything is happy. You see, the sky is happy, and it rejoices about the morning's birth. It is happy about the morning's birth. All the things that love the sun are out of doors. Now, it is out of all the things that are loving the sun. They are out of doors, and you see the sky that is rejoicing in the morning's birth. The grass is bright with the raindrops on the moors. The hare is running races in her mirth. The hare, you see, the rabbit only. The rabbit is running races, that is in her mirth. Okay. And with her feet, she from the plashy earth raises a mist that, glittering in the sun, runs with her all the way wherever she does run. So wherever the rabbit likes to move, okay, in all the places it moves on. The rabbit is moving. Now, you see, understanding the poem and so on, I need not tell you these answers, no? So you can see what is it's about the poet. We know that William Wordsworth, who was he and so on, you are knowing. He loved the nature and has written many poems describing the beauty and bounty of nature. So he has written here, and he describes one of nature's moods as the joy felt by birds and animals the morning after a stormy night. So what is after a big storm and so on, what all the specialities and what all changes are taking place. So it is what it is mentioning here. Okay, William Wordsworth, you know about William Wordsworth, you are knowing something about him. And now through this understanding the poem, you can answer this question. What does the speaker describe in the first two lines? Was it just a rain or was it a storm? So you see that the first two lines we see that there was a big rain. It is mentioning about the big rain. Okay, it is mentioning about a big rain here. And after that we see, after that first one is it is speaking something about the big rain, and storm, and I see the flood and so on. But it is not simply speaking about the uh, uh, flood and okay, what we can say, on the storm. It is not like that, but it is, as I told you, that it is about the life. We can say, if you take it as a life, in a life also there will be problems. Sometime there will be problems, and after some time, if you are just trying to overcome those things, there will come a time where there we enjoy mostly, and we will have a very good time. So we need to hope for the best. Hope is a very important here. So when we are hoping for the good things, of course the good things will come. Then we will be also very happy. So we need to hope for the good, and that means there can be problems. And when we are understanding that the problems will be cleared, problems will be solved. So if we are having that kind of understanding, we can solve many of the problems. Okay, so that is what the poet is just mentioning this through this poem. Okay, the speaker says, a bird broods over his own sweet voice, another bird chatters, and a third makes answer. Is that just what he actually hears, or does he imagine what those birds think and mean? So here, just he is the poet is just giving a kind of a personification. That means he is just considering, the poet is just considering the animals also as human being. So just like the animals they are making, so this kind of sounds are actually made by the human beings only. So the author is just telling through this poem that okay, these sounds are made by the animals. So he is just bringing a kind of personification, or he just uh, adds uh, the human ability or human qualities to the animals. That's why he just speaks how you see this broods over, no, a bird broods over on his own sweet voice. See, sweet voice is the no human beings are having, and also you see another word chatters, and the third makes answer. So this third makes answer, in the sense answer, who is giving the answer? Only human beings are giving the answer. So the birds and animals, do they give answers? No. See, only the human beings are able to give the answers. So we can say lot of personification, or we can say that the poet is just giving or adding the human qualities to the animals and birds. So that is what actually happening here. Okay, that's why it is the poet is using here words like a bird broods over his own sweet voice, and another bird chatters, and a third makes answer. So this is not the words actually, or the sounds which are heard by the poet, but he is just adding the human qualities to the birds and animal. That's why he is able to hear that way. Now look at the line, and all the air. Noise is usually an unpleasant sound, especially if it is loud enough to fill the air. Does it, however, depend on where the sounds come from and what mood we are in at the time? You see, it is So it does it okay noise also matters. If we are in an angry mood, if you hear a noise, our reaction will be different. Suppose we are in a very happy mood, very pleasant condition, so that time we will be reacting very happily. So it depends on the mood and what situation we are. So that is also you need to give more emphasis. See here, what is the given? And all the noise is actually an unpleasant sound, especially if it is loud enough to fill the air. Does it, however, depend on where the sound comes from and what mood we are in at the time? So it is having a complete impact. So where we are and in what mood we are and what condition we are, that also matters a lot. So if we are not in a good mood, so of course there will be problems. And no, if we are away, if we are in a good mood, so we will be taking everything in a pleasant manner. All the things that love the sun are out of doors. What things does the speaker mention? All the things that love the sun are out of doors. You see? So that means the sky rejoices in the morning's birth. All the things that love sun are out of doors. Now all the things, that means the animals and the birds and other things, they are just out. They all are enjoying the climate, the pleasant climate, because till this time they were facing lot of problems, and now they are very happy that they are able to now face a new condition and a new situation that is giving a kind of a soothing effect. So that is what the author is just speaking. Okay, the poet is very clearly speaking about the pleasant condition and the pleasant weather. Okay, that is always there in our life too. Sometimes we will be in a difficult situation, sometimes we will be in a good condition. So even if you face a difficult situation, after that there will be a good time. That is what the hope we should always maintain. Now, all the things that love the sun are out of what things we have seen now. What do you think the speaker means when he says that the hare is running races? See, usually the hare is running races. It is because it is very happy. So you see there, it doesn't mean that it is going for a race and so. Because of the happiness, it is very fastly it is running. Its happiness is expressed because for a long time, because of the flood and the wind and so on, the animals, especially here, the hare was not able to go outside. Now he is getting a chance to move around, so he is just expressing his happiness. Okay, actually he is expressing his happiness, so he just rejoices and he is just running here and there. So that's why he is just expressing his mirth, his happiness. Okay, so appreciating the poem, the bird. See, let us see that the bird broods over his own sweet voice. The sky rejoices in the morning's birth. Do you like this way of looking at things in nature as if they are human? This is called personification. That's what I told. Everything is just compared to that of human beings. So this is merely a kind of personification. This is actually is called as the personification, and you can see a lot of words are given to you. A lot of words, pick out some of the examples of a personification from the poem, and in what way do they add to the beauty and effect to the effect of the poem. So that's what you see here. It is already we have seen. The speaker says a bird broods over on his own sweet voice, and bird chatters, and third makes answer is that just what he actually hears. or does imagine, those words are not making, it is just compared, it is given the personification sounds. Okay, the personification is used here.